Mr. Toastmaster. So who hates working out? Or maybe you're thinking about you want to work out more or even start working out. I do work out almost every day. But the problem is I hate working out. And you know, working out's good for you. It's good for your health, for your heart, for your blood pressure, cholesterol, and all that. It helps you think better. It helps you with your weight. Or if you're like Joni, who wants to live forever, it's going to help you live longer. But for many years, I've tried to figure out why is it that I just hate working out. And so it's been a problem because it's been for many years, and I work out, as I said, almost every day. And I've thought about this over and over. And I finally, recently, just a few weeks ago, I decided this has gone on long enough. I'm going to try to figure out why it is I get this feeling, because when I start to work out, I get this anxious feeling, this dread, this bad attitude, this bad energy, as soon as I start to think about working out. And I hate that. And so this was like almost an everyday occurrence. So I figured I've got to figure this out. So I decided one day I'm going to sit down, I'm going to journal, I get my journal book out, my pen, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to think about why I hate working out and try to get to the bottom of this. So I sat down with my journal and pen, started asking myself some questions. Why do I hate working out? And the first thing I asked myself, well, is it because of the pain I put myself through? Because I do work out pretty hard. I push myself. And I thought, well, and sometimes I push myself to the point of hurting myself, which is a whole other story. But I thought, well, it's not really that pain, because I can always slack back. I can always cut back on how hard I work out. So, and I really didn't think that was the problem. So the next thing I asked myself was, is it the time commitment? Because if you're going to work out regularly almost every day, it is a significant time investment. And like probably all of you, very busy, and any time I spend working out means not working out, spending time somewhere else. I thought, well, working out is so important to me that taking some time out of every day, it's not that big a deal. It's something I'm going to do every day regardless. So it wasn't that either. So I started thinking harder and deeper about what was going on. I thought about that icky feeling that I get, that dread, that anxiousness, that stress. I don't know if you ever get that feeling where it's just not, it's so uncomfortable. And I started thinking about that, and it occurred to me it's really the same kind of feeling I get when my work phone rings. Because when it rings, I'm thinking somebody's gonna, either they're gonna complain about something, or they're gonna want me to do something I don't want to do. And so I thought further on that same line, and it occurred to me also, I get that same feeling, that icky, anxious feeling when I'm talking to somebody, and I realize they're about to ask me to do something I don't want to do. So I thought, okay, so I started connecting the dots about that feeling I get. And it occurred to me that I was just being really immature. That this was, that I was being a baby, and I realized all my life this has been a problem for me. I've so many times in my life I've had this problem. I've created problems for myself just because I was immature in my thinking and in my behavior. In other words, I want what I want when I want it. I want my way. I want to feel good. So do you ever feel like that? You just want an easy, non-stressed, easy, relaxing life. I know we think about that, but it's not realistic. Life just doesn't happen that way. So I knew I was being immature, and having a goal of trying to be comfortable all the time is just not realistic, because that's not the way life works. So I realized that I was being immature, and I started thinking about, okay, so I've kind of figured this out. I'm being immature. So how am I going to deal with this? And finally it occurred to me what I needed to do was tell myself, stop being a baby. Stop being so immature. Just grow up. And when I realized that, it was just my wrong thinking. It was the way I'd been thinking about myself. It really released me, and I realized that the problem had been my thinking all along, and this was something I could correct. So anytime I start to feel like that, whether it's working out or my phone rings, I stop and I tell myself, grow up. Don't be a baby. Don't be immature. And once I realized that, like I said, it really released me. And the fact is that self-talk, which is what I do, is really one of the most powerful techniques there is to changing your thinking or your behavior. It really does work. So I don't know for you what may be holding you back. Maybe at the end of the day, it's your life is what you make of it. So maybe for you, it's just a matter of you need to turn off the TV or get off Facebook, or just tell yourself, stop being a baby.